Sage Wanderer here, coming at you from my cabin down by the creek. So, if you're a fan of the channel, you know that about 3 years ago, I had a disturbing dream in the middle of the night that woke me up, and I couldn't go back to sleep until I made a video about it. So, if you dig back through the archives of this channel, going back almost 3 years ago, you'll find, of course, you can also find this through looking in the folders, the playlists that I have on my channel. If you can find those, there's one labeled the 2-minute video. So I had a dream, and in this dream, I couldn't see the video. The video was not shown to me. And I didn't realize when I had the dream, but now, looking back at this 3 years in the future, it appears to me that the reason I couldn't see the video is because the video was being banned and no one was allowed to see it. But everyone was talking about it. And apparently, if you were willing to go to the right places on the internet, you could find it and see it. And so that was the pretense of the dream, was I was hearing people on the news and on the internet talk about this 2-minute video. And that's what they called it. They didn't refer to it by any other name than a 2-minute video. So the controversial 2-minute video. And what's interesting to me now, 3 years in the future, looking back on this dream, is that at the time, I don't believe they were labeling videos by their length. And if you're a fan of YouTube and you can figure out when they started labeling videos by their length, in other words, I don't know the exact number because I'm not an activist, but the George Floyd video was like 8 minutes, 46 seconds, all right? So you see a lot of people with 8:46 on a t-shirt, I think it's 8:46. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but it was an 8-minute video. I've had it heard it referred to as 8 minutes of hell, or this 8-minute video. And so this will be a 2-minute video. And I just wanted to bring this up again because now we have video and photographic evidence emerging from this alleged laptop that belonged to Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden apparently left his laptop in a laptop repair shop and never returned to recover it. And under forfeiture laws, when you leave something with a repairman, this is true of your vehicles as well, if you leave a car for like 90 days at a car shop and you don't pay for the repairs, they can legally take possession of that car, get what's called a sheriff's title on it, and resell that car. And you can't do a thing about it. You had 90 days to come get it, and you signed the deal. When you signed to leave the car with them. And this is the case with computer repairs or any other device for that matter. Same with keyboards and guitars. If you leave a guitar at Guitar Center and you don't come back for many months, they're going to put it up for sale to recoup the money of storing it and the work they did on the and just because they can. It's the way the law is. So, having said all that and explained what you probably already know, let's talk about where the 2-minute video. I'm starting to feel like that for a number of reasons, the 2-minute video might be something off of this Biden computer. And when I had the dream, most of my viewers were thinking of the Wiener laptop. Everybody's like, it's on the Wiener laptop. But to quote Rudy Giuliani, he said the stuff on the Biden laptop is way more disturbing than the stuff they found on the Wiener laptop. And I've heard from people, I've heard quotes from people who said they saw what was on Wiener's laptop. And it is said to make hardened homicide detectives have to take a break and go out and breathe, or even go out and throw up. They had to watch it in shifts because they just couldn't sit and watch it all because of what was on Wiener's laptop was so bad. So if this is much worse, I can't imagine what it is. Okay. And then there's the reaction from the mainstream media and the leftist political machine, the propaganda machine. I'm going to stop calling them mainstream media because we're a divided country. There is no mainstream anymore, right? There's just us and them. So I'm going to start referring to the mainstream media from here on out as the propaganda stream. So the propaganda stream coming from the left, we know who this is. It's the major networks and the Communist News Network and the Microsoft News Communist Network there. But anyway, there's the way they're responding to this. The method that they're responding to this and the way they're responding to this is more telling to me than what might be or might not be on this laptop, is their reaction to it. And the first thing they're saying is, Russia, Russia, Russia. Russia, Russia, Russia. Schiff is back. Shifty Schiff is back. Just without any proof. Of course, he got busted on this with the Ukrainian thing, where he just basically said things that were not true. He put words in the president's mouth. Well, hey, listen, see here, pal. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm only going to tell you once, and I don't intend to tell you twice. You know, what is he, Edwin G. Robinson? See here. You dirty rat. I mean, I'm sorry, I still get cracked up about Schiff's little show he put on where he just made up stuff on the president over that Ukrainian deal. And now he's on CNN at it again, just saying without any proof, without any evidence, that this is Russia. This is a Russian hoax, which honestly fits in pretty clearly with the narrative that I was getting from the 2-minute video dream that I had. I dreamed this video was released, and one side said, this is proof positive. And what it was is that in the 2-minute video, I did pray about this because I needed to kind of have I needed to have more information, so I kind of pushed God on it after I had the dream. So at first, I wasn't clear what was on the video because they wouldn't really talk about it because, the dream was mainly me watching the news, right? And so, they wouldn't talk about what was on there. So I pressed God about this and the next day I had another dream where I was kind of allowed to hear what was on the tape as far as what people said was on the tape. And what they were saying was it was a sex tape. It involved a high-level person and at least 2 other people. And one of the people in the video appeared to be very, very young. So this is once again my dream from 3 years ago. So the people on the left-hand side said, because it was one of their people in the dream. That's one thing I do know. It was a leftist. It was a leftist political figure in the video. And so the leftist said that this is a deep fake video. This is clearly made up, which would go in line with the Russian ideology concept. The KGB did this. This is the Russians. They used their technology to make it look like this person is the person in the video, and that this is a doctored video and it's sourced out of Russia. And that would just play right into what I had from the dream, which was they were declaring the video a fake, right? One group was saying it's a fake of leftists. Another group in the leftist group, and probably the far left, said, so what if it isn't a fake? So what if that is him? He's just exercising his right and his sexuality, and we're done with you slut-shaming us, and he can do what he wants to, and prove that that person in the video wasn't a consenting adult. It looks like consenting adults to me in the video. That conversation from the news, I remember distinctly going, that was almost word for word what I just laid out there. So what? If it was a real video, it's our right to do whatever freaky thing we want to, and it was consensual. Prove us wrong. Where's the person's birth certificate that shows they were underage? So this was, and in my mind, it might even have been Don Lemon who was saying that in the dream. Once again, the dream is super foggy, was when I woke up from it. But I'm glad I made the video right away, or the dream might have I just would have been bean dream, go back to sleep. But I was troubled by the dream, okay? Then, also in the dream, there was a second video, a 4-minute video. They were just calling this the 4-minute bribery video. And in that video was a political person receiving a cash bribe, a large, like a suitcase full of money, okay? And the headline I got from that um, was bribe on the tarmac. So this happened at an airport. So there's another dream after there's another video that's going to emerge, according to my dream now. I had a dream 3 years ago. You know, I don't claim to be a prophet, although I've had prophetic utterings that came true. And I start to look like a prophet now because I saw all of the civil unrest coming and the civil war looming. But in this dream from 3 years ago, the thing that triggered the kickoff was a 2-minute video. When that happened, one side went, "This is proof that they're suppressing us. This is proof that they're all part of this murderous cabal of rapists," right? And that's the clamor coming from one side, and the other side is, you're just making this up. It's all political. We don't believe you. It's all bunk. We don't believe any of it. Don't listen to them. Nanny nanny boo boo. Don't listen to them. Don't. You know, don't look at what you can see with your eyes. Listen to what we say to you. We're saying the truth, and that this is what was going on in the dream. Really, when the shooting for real started, that it was the fatal thing that made everybody go, okay, it's on. It's just on. We can't deal with these people anymore on both sides. Both sides just took that moment to erupt. And I didn't get this in the dream, but now it seems like the perfect storm. It seems like this could be the Biden laptop might contain the 2-minute video that kicks everything off. I know timeline wise, it's the perfect storm to release this information that's so damning. I mean, let it get out there and show it. Show you can't look at it because it's kiddie porn if it is an underage girl that's on there. But if you haven't been paying attention, that's what's really on Biden's laptop is a sex tape that makes him look like a real piece of crap criminal. And according to some people that have seen it, it's worse than what was on Weiner's laptop, and it's more violent. That it's violent. So, there's some people, so a Chinese whistleblower was talking about what he saw on the video. And he said, he said in Chinese something. And when the news translated it, they changed what he said to make it not seem so bad. So this is where you get this headline that says, underage obsession. That's what they're saying is on the Biden video, is an underage obsession. But when you go back and retranslate from the Chinese, I'm hearing from people who speak Chinese, they're saying, no, what he said was violent, brutal beating and degrading rape, not obsession. It was more like obsessive, like horrible. So this is what could potentially be on the laptop. And then, of course, there's the criminal aspect of Joe Biden's participation in a bribery scheme involving the Chinese government as well as the government in Ukraine. And there was a quid pro quo for sure by Joe Biden in Ukraine. That's in the laptop emails. But already you're hearing Brennan and Clapper and people like that coming out and saying, oh, you can't trust this laptop. This is a classic Russian Soviet propaganda scam. It's a smear campaign against Joe Biden. They're interfering in the election again, and Trump's letting. When the chain of evidence is very clear, there was a small time mom and pop computer shop that ended up with this hard drive that they say came from Joe himself, or not Joe, but Hunter himself, the son of Biden. And it's this guy's word is what we got. He claims he turned the laptop over to the FBI, who did nothing with it. And then to cover his own backside, he copied the hard drive. I mean, the only reason we even know about this, it seems, that a patriot with a conscience, when he went to go wipe this computer, he looked at it first to see what was on it. And he saw all this illegal activity, the drugs, the underage girls, and then he also was aware of who Biden was and the scandal concerning Ukraine. And so he looked at this and went, this is bad. So he copied it to cover his neck. and he gave the laptop to the FBI and it disappeared. Like the FBI have the laptop. All we have is this guy's word that he copied this laptop's hard drive, and this information that he gave to Giuliani, he gave to the New York Post, is legit information from this hard drive. And all that's very provable. So, the very fact that the left is screaming, Russia, 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 and they don't have any proof, right? This is, this is evidence to me that they're really going to get socked, because it seems to me like the chain of custody of this information is pretty clear cut. And it goes back to whether you believe this one guy or not. And he's probably just an American Joe. He's probably just a regular guy with no connections at all to Russia. But the left don't need facts or real information. They just tell you, it's from Russia. It's a Russian hoax. Don't listen. It's Russia. Don't listen. Don't look. It's hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Huh? You're not allowed to hear that. You're not allowed to see that. And you're sure not allowed to talk about it. So let's hope they don't give me a strike and take my channel down just because I talked about it. Just because I violated this monkey. Monkey see, monkey do, monkey all over you. If you finish that, you're probably my age. All right. God save our republic. And we'll see if the 2-minute video comes out of this Biden laptop. All right. Later.